What's up guys, my name is Timbo and today we're making one of those videos. One of those videos that I never really like making. Potentially controversial videos, videos that may rough up a couple people's feathers. A video in 2019 about loot boxes and microtransactions. Not all of you watching know this, but I'd be willing to bet that many of you are aware of my relationship with EA and Anthem. For over a year now, I've been part of EA's Game Changer program for Anthem, and over that amount of time, I've been sent trailers, information, and have been flown out to a few events to give early feedback or capture early gameplay. In covering Anthem on my channel and looking at your comments, I've been able to get a good idea of what you guys are thinking about the game. Overwhelmingly, I literally see this at least once in every video, is talk about loot boxes and microtransactions. And with some news and leaks coming more recently, the talk has grown larger and larger. Now, what's the point of this video? Actually, I was planning on making this for a while now, before the demo and images came out. But since I'm a college student and have other things going on, I didn't really have the time. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on this while also explaining how the economy is supposed to work in Anthem, because from looking at my comments, few people seem to be aware of it. Before we get into any of that though, even though I don't really like it, this part has got to be included. As I said, I've given feedback on Anthem directly to BioWare. I've been provided assets and opportunities from EA for Anthem. The gameplay you're seeing here was captured at an event in San Francisco where EA covered my flights and fed me food and kept me alive, basically. But despite all of that, this video as well as every other Game Changer video I have ever made, I have had complete creative freedom over. EA has never paid me to say their game is good. They have never told me to tell you guys to buy their games. They have never told me what to make a video on, nothing like that. I could go to these events and make 0 videos. At these events, you literally show up and people are like, go play the game and record it. The embargo lifts on such and such a date. Go have fun. And that's it. The only things they told us not to do would be like, don't capture this mission because it has story spoilers. That's it. If I thought the game sucked, I could make a video saying that. If some of you guys are new, you may not trust that I'm entirely credible, and that's fine. But at least for those of you that have been watching for a while, I hope you guys know that I wouldn't give a false opinion. I make videos where I literally call Bungie corrupt. In the title, I've been a very critical person of Destiny. I've made videos on EA and Star Wars loot boxes and called them out for that. I made a video on how I thought Battlefield 1 is crap. I really appreciate the opportunities EA has given me. It has been awesome and surreal. I have loved every second of it. I thought the game was fun. Apparently, that's impossible for people to comprehend these days. Everyone I met from BioWare and EA has been super great and down to earth. They took criticism very well. They were very open. They listened. I had a very positive experience with everyone there. But despite that, I'm not afraid to speak my opinion. And the same goes for this video, because I care about you guys and I don't want you to get potentially screwed over. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. I'm sorry for that. Like I said, I don't like it. But if I didn't include that, I would just be accused of being paid for working for EA and that sort of thing, which is so far from the truth. But now we can actually get into what this video is supposed to be about, which are them loot boxes and microtransactions. So tuck them wallets far away and deactivate all your credit cards, because we're about to get right into it. First things first, I want to explain to my knowledge how the economy will work in Anthem, because from reading my comments, some of you people are very uninformed. Does Anthem have microtransactions? Yes. Does Anthem have loot boxes? No. If some of you are unaware of the difference, I'll quickly explain. In Anthem, there will be vanity items that you can buy for real money. So if you want a specific vinyl, for example, you can buy that exact vinyl. You won't have to buy a loot box in the hopes of getting that vinyl. Titanfall 2, another EA game, did this as well, where the gambling part of microtransactions, the part that people generally hate the most, isn't there. If you want something, you buy that directly. You don't have to open up a mystery box. To my knowledge, you can earn everything just by playing the game with its in-game currency. You don't have to spend any real money if you don't want to. Unlike a game such as Destiny, for example, your outer appearance isn't linked to your power level. So your look, that including, gear pieces, vinyls, paints, fabrics, all that cosmetic stuff, is just cosmetic. Some of it will be harder to obtain, some of it might be specific to a particular endgame activity, but it's cosmetic. It does not affect your gear score, only your abilities and your weapons will increase your power level, at least to my knowledge. As far as DLC, all of that is free. I remember a while back hearing that BioWare didn't want to split up their players, so any new missions, additions to the map, etc. is free for all players. There are pre-order bonuses and stuff like that, but actual game content is not locked away by any sort of paywall. At least, again, to my knowledge at the time of making this video. So, on the surface, Anthem has a very fair microtransaction system. It's all cosmetic, it's optional, and all game content is free for all players. So that begs the question, why is everyone so mad? Well, first of all, this game is being published by EA and they don't really have the best reputation. Also, BioWare with Andromeda also made their reputation to go down a few points. EA hasn't had a good reputation for a long time, and with damage done by Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the poor sales of Battlefield 5, they haven't been doing so hot. The mere mention of Anthem's association with EA has caused people to have a very low tolerance level, and rightfully so. But other than EA being EA, there are other reasons. A picture of some vanity items during the time of the Anthem demo somehow came to the public's attention and revealed that these cosmetics are a bit pricey. I actually remember at the San Francisco event, other than them saying not to capture the story missions because of spoilers, they didn't want us to capture the store because they said that those numbers were placeholder and they didn't want anyone to think that that's actually what it's going to be like when the game comes out. But I guess somehow those placeholder numbers leaked and everyone thought they were real, and now we got this whole mess. Because the numbers here were a bit pricey, like I said, like $20 for the color blue. Pricey. And despite BioWare coming out saying that the store's numbers are not final, many people have lost hope. And from my perspective, this has done a decent amount of damage. Anthem is a game that EA needs to succeed. With the blunders of some of their other recent games, they can't afford to have another bump in the road. And from what I played and saw, I truly and honestly felt like Anthem would be a big step in the right direction. Despite a lot of people wanting it to fail, the game was fun. The post-launch plan seemed fair, everything was solid all the way around. And generally speaking, I still feel that way. I don't think Anthem is going to be a colossal failure by any means. I'm looking forward to playing it and making videos on it, even though I'll have to run it on my poopy PS4. Can I be wrong though? Yes, I certainly can be. I'm wrong about things like every day. For example, I recently was about to order a necklace for my girlfriend because it's her birthday coming up, and then I actually realized that she already has that same necklace. So I am human, I miss things, I make mistakes. Timbo is a human. I know it's hard to believe. So could Anthem be terrible and a super bogus money-sucking machine? Technically, yes. But technically the sun could crash to the earth tomorrow. Doesn't mean I think it's very likely. If you're really that concerned with how pricey the cosmetic-only microtransactions might be in Anthem, then hold your pre-order and see what the actual prices are. If you don't think the game will be fun, wait for reviews of the full game. It's not great news, but personally, I don't think it's necessary to start World War III over a screenshot of a game that isn't even out yet. I think $20 for a cosmetic item is bogus, just as much as the next guy, but then again, I never buy cosmetic items anyway. I'm not going to tell people, if you don't like it, don't buy it, because that doesn't work. That doesn't solve the problem. That doesn't stop companies from charging us for a red dot site. As I said, the game isn't out yet, and there are more important things to consider when it comes to, is this game worth buying, than the price of optional cosmetic vanity items. So I think we as a community just need to take a collective chill pill. And to those who just hate on EA to hate and want this game to fail for no reason, because they hate the gaming industry, I guess, you weren't going to buy the game anyway, so I don't really know why you're here. So guys, those are my thoughts on the current economic state of Anthem. Personally, I don't think this is going to be a big issue at the full release. I think people need to check themselves before getting super outraged. And trust me, if I'm wrong and Anthem does become this crappy, money-hungry mess, I will be one of the first people to call them out for it. 'Cause views. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, helpful, or you just want to give old Timbo some love before he dies, I would greatly appreciate the like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Also, put your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.